Nigeria is not secure. Nigeria is not secured. We don't have security here. Nobody is secure. Nobody is secure. And I'm afraid and I pray that a situation where every Nigerian will have to secure himself or herself will not come here. Because with the way things are happening, you find out that the army is not protecting you because the army itself is not protected. The Navy is not there. The Air Force is not there. The police is not there. And there are threats all over the place against lives and property. So I'm afraid a day will come and it is to your tent, O Israel. Everyone for themselves.
Of course, the former general Theophilus Danjuma asked his own people to take up arms in defense of their own lives. So it's almost happening within the country where a general no longer depends on the military formation to protect his own life and that of his people.
It's a pity. It's a pity. But Theophilus Danjuma was just knowing that too late. You know one thing, brother? Ikemba Newi Ojukwu was a prophet. So, and I'm not saying this because I'm an Igbo man. I have discovered that among the three main tribes in Nigeria, the Igbo man has always been the person that has shown true love for Nigeria. Other sections are always selfish and tribal in whatever they do. Theophilus Danjuma is a part of what happened between 66, 67, and 70. You understand? And people don't understand one thing about God. He is a vengeful God. And the word of God does not fall to the ground. He said, whatsoever a man soweth, he shall reap. It is a pity that the people of Theophilus Danjuma are suffering what they are suffering now. But that is just a bit of what we suffered. What he made us, he and his cohorts made us suffer during 66 and 1970. And that thing has fallen back on his people. It is just a pity. It is just a pity because his people that are most being affected are Christians. He is Theophilus. He is a Christian. But God himself is a Christian. I keep wondering, when they were fighting Igbos and their Eastern brothers, didn't they know we are Christians? You see, that is the problem I always say that the church has. If the church is united, if the Christian body is united, things like that wouldn't have happened. And the consequential effect of that wouldn't be happening to Theophilus Danjuma and his people. Now he's retired, though he still has his military connections here and there, but he's a bloody civilian. And he helplessly is watching as these bloodsuckers are killing his people. And he's not telling his people to take up arms. Do they have the money to buy the arms? Or is he providing them with the arms? Are Nigerians, civilians, bloody civilians, do they have the training to use guns, to use military hardware? If he has to advise them to take up arms, where are the arms? Where is the training? So it is just a pity that he is part of the rot. But if he has repented, well, he can access mercy and forgiveness. But the fact remains that every wrongdoing has its consequence. And this what is happening there is a consequential effect of what he did, whether ignorantly or not. You understand? But for me, I am very angry with those who say they are educated and those who say they are strong in Nigeria. People like Joe Frost Danjuma, people like Gowon, people like, the lights, the way things are happening, and they are just quiet, watching like morons. That's why I keep saying it is just a pity that we find ourselves in this kind of a place. And that's why I keep saying that we cannot allow Nigeria, we cannot continue to allow Nigeria to continue like this. No, there should be a solution. There should be a solution. And this solution is not just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Something has to be done. Something has to be done.
Something has to be done. Are you calling for a national conference again to be summoned?
We have had many national conferences, and the documents or the resolutions are kept somewhere in drawers, and you know so it's not about gathering people for a jamboree, and then in the end you pile up reports and books and papers and all of that, and nothing changes. We need to do something about the political system here. Nigeria will never, never prosper, will never ever grow, will never move forward, will never come out of poverty with this same political system. You can never do wrong and get right result. It is absolutely impossible. God says something to me. He said, whenever you refuse to do the right thing, the wrong thing will inevitably happen because life hates vacuum. In other words, whenever you refuse to do the right thing, you have pushed the knob that will trigger the happening of a wrong thing. Yet, in another word, whenever you refuse to do the right thing, you have automatically done the wrong thing. So, the political system and the politics that the politician is politicking is the problem here. Obasanjo once said it when he was president. He said the problem with Nigeria is not the common man, but their light. Because their light is very selfish. They know the solution, but they wouldn't apply the solution for selfish reasons. The problems of this country are absolutely very solvable. But who is that right man who will form a right team that will do the right thing? If that is done, the solution for our problems here will emerge.
Do you see the right man under this administration of
There's
Amebola
no right
Tinubu?
man here. There's no right man. There's no right man at all.
Which means even in the midst of the renewed hope, it seems
There's
the
no
hopes
right
have been dashed.
There's no right man. There's no hope. All I see is hopelessness.